Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet. So if that interests you, please sit back and watch this video because today, my friends, I offer you another session of WIPn It with Juan. So friends, I really love these WIPn It with Juan sessions. I'm learning that more and more of you guys are just letting me know like, hey, I just need a crochet buddy. I need someone to listen to while I work on my whips, and I can definitely be that person because, my friends, I am constantly being inspired. So, I think I have a case of the whipitis. I'm constantly finding myself starting new projects and pulling out the baskets and doing all the things. So if this is of interest to you, my friends, I can definitely work on one of my whips while you guys can just sit down and enjoy listening to me about anything. I could just babble on and take up the time, shoot the breeze, as they say. So for this session, I'm trying to decide which whip to work on because if you've been following me, I'm working on this. This is a corner-to-corner project I'm working on. It's 4 panels. Let me just pull this one off to the side here. Okay. So one panel is completed. This is what this looks like. Now I've created scrap cakes. So this is what they look like. No rhyme, no reason. I'm just pulling scrap balls out of my bin and a few turns here, a few turns there. I'm making these cakes. So I have about 40 of them completed, and I'm now onto this thing where I'm making like sushi rolls. So I'm putting all the colors inside and then doing like black on the outside. So yeah. But for now, I'm going to be using up the ones that don't really look like sushi rolls, but I have some other ideas for cakes. So I can't wait to share that with you. I'm going to wait until, we make scrap cakes to tell you all the things. I'm super excited about that. But anyway, I'm on panel number 2 of 4. I'm creating 4 of these panels. All right. So panel 1, perfect. It gave me exactly what I needed it to give me. Just no rhyme, no reason. All the colors just went on without a hitch, right? Love this. Well, panel number 2, you can clearly see that I kept the color on a little longer than I did with this panel, right? So the colors they're running a little thicker, not as thin as I'd like, but it is what it is. I'm just riding it out for the experience. And yeah, so the cake that I'm currently on, I'll pull out the tray. So this is the cake that I'm currently on, and it looks like there's literally just 3 more colors. So a quick fix to that is I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to cut it off, right? Hop to the next cake, run that a little bit, and then come back, run this, come back. So I'm going to create more color changes on purpose. But see, these cakes here that remain, except for maybe this one, this here looks like there's a lot in there. So not many color changes. So, okay, mental note, I'm going to make sure to hop back and forth between cakes to keep this from happening because I don't want an entire panel to look like this. I had half a mind to frog it all the way back to the orange, but I don't know. I kind of like how bright that orange is. So I'm going to leave it, I'm going to make it look intentional. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing this, right? All right, so the other one that I have here that I have been working on is this. So I'm working on this. There's no pattern for this. I literally just picked up my hook and just went to town with it. I started with, let's see, it was a chain 2 or chain 3, and then I went into the first chain and did like double crochets, and then I did increases on the one side and kept the other side flat. So up here is nice and flat, and down here is where the increases are. So I'm going to continue in this fashion until I get 120 or so stitches, or until I get the length that I want. But every 15 rows or so, it's every 15 rows, I'm doing windows, but I'm alternating the windows. So I'm doing like 1 row of windows here. So 2 rows of windows here. the variegation in the color is hard to see the windows, but see, like, I have one row here, and then I'm doing like 2 rows here, and then I'm going back to 1 row, and then 2 rows there. So I'm going to continue doing that until I get to my 120 stitches across. So the fun part about this isn't necessarily the shape of this asymmetrical scarf. It's going to be the detailing. So once all of this is done, I'm actually going to decide, I think this is going to be the part that wraps up here, and this is the part that stays down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a design going across the bottom here. I wanted to do something along the lines of the fleur-de-lis, but I know there's patterns and stuff out there already with that on there. So I'm going to get creative and just create something. Like, I have this thing I'm calling a symphony stitch. Think violin, viola, cello, bass, and then assign a stitch to each one of those. And then think about how that quartet sits. They sit like this, right? Small, medium, large, extra large. And I'm thinking about creating something like that along the bottom where it swirls. And yeah, so think about the flow of music and the way that goes. And so, I don't know, I'm going to play around with it to see. And I don't even know if there's a stitch out there that has that already. I'm sure there is, but I haven't come across it yet. So I'll play around with the stitch. But in the meantime, I need to continue working on this part here until I get to 120 stitches. So I don't know if I want to work on that. And the third one I had in mind to work today is my all-in-one granny. So I haven't touched this in a while. So, and I think I know why I haven't picked it up, because it's bland. I love colors, friends. I mean, okay, I have some reservations about colors. We won't get into that, but for the most part, I love colors. And so I've worked very diligently on these squares to get them as nice as possible. I mean, they look nice, okay? I have 45, 15, 30, 45 squares, 3 piles of 15 done, and then 3 skeins here. So 15 squares a skein about, even though the ball band says 14, yeah, it says 14 per skein. I've been getting 15 and even 16. So, but anyway, my problem with this is it's bland, okay? It's blah. Now, I need something to just spice it up just a little bit, not too much, you know? And so I'm not thinking like neon colors. I'm thinking just a little color. So I don't know if you've seen, I was holding this skein a few minutes ago, but I was thinking of doing 45 squares of this instead of these. So I think it would go very nicely. It's just that little pop of color that I need. What's the name of this? Lily pad. So it's a Rand lily pad. And, you know, as I mentioned a few videos ago, I'm really getting into the greens as of late. Not hardcore. I'm taking a liking to all the shades of green as of lately, or as of late. So I'm really liking like the blue, the green, the errand. So what am I going to work today? Choices. Okay, I need to be decisive and not indecisive. Okay, so let's go ahead and work. Let's do the all-in-one granny. Because this here, I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys recently, but this K&C yarn, there is part of the colorway in here that actually transfers onto my hook and my hands. Let me show you the hook. So you see that? That's actually from the dark blue that you see here. Now I know what to do with this when I'm done. Like once I put this together, before I wash it, I'm gonna do a soak in vinegar to just make sure that whatever is there sticks as much as possible. We'll see. But anyway, I think I'm gonna pass on this one today because I don't want blue fingers. So, and the corner to corner, I'm going to work on that later actually. But for today, I want to try something that I haven't done in a while. So let's do this. Now, There's a recipe on here. There's a recipe on here, friends, that I can't follow. I mean, it's not how I do my granny squares. So, I mean, I'm always open to try new things, but like, no, that's not how I do it. And I don't feel comfortable doing it that way. So I'm just going to do it the way I do it, and go from there. So let me take a sip of this soda. Okay, so anyway, how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are well, staying safe in all the things. I myself had a very, very busy day. I requested off from work today and tomorrow, today being tax day. But, and my taxes are done. Knock on wood, I got them done. And they're submitted and everything. So I'm super happy about that. But I took these 2 days off to catch up on my WIPs, you know. I mentioned a few weeks ago, not a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago, that I had a lot on my plate, project-wise and everything. And so I had the time to take, so I'm like, no big deal, you know. So I took today and tomorrow off. I have my rescue blanket. Literally, I mean, I'm rose from being done. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of it. I had never done this kind of blanket before. Like, you guys know me. I'm known for like the granny stitch. My mom's known for the granny stitch and all. But this one is not that. So I'm really proud of it, you know. So anyway, I hope it does well. At least, you know, enough to help someone out with something. You know what I mean? And then the blanket that my mother's working on for the rescue blanket, she's working on one, by the way. I've recruited the help of my official yarn addicts. So all of my official yarn addicts were given the opportunity to donate squares to the Secret Squirrel Project. And I'm telling you guys this now because, you know, it's getting close to the time. So they donated squares, and my mother's in charge of putting the project together, finishing it up. She's gonna, you know, crochet all throughout the whole thing. So it's super nice to involve all of the official yarn addicts and my mother. So we're really excited about that. But, you know, I took these 2 days off to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. And let me slide back. Okay. And to literally just, you know, take a breather. You know, we're always on the grind, you know, with tons of things on our plate and all. So I needed the time to just relax. And so that's what I call myself doing, although I've been super busy, like you would not believe. What am I doing? Okay. I had to think about what I was doing. Okay. So with it being tax day, I had to get my taxes done. And then on top of that, I had a whole bunch of packages to mail out. But with it being tax day, all of my international packages are still here. Like, the line was to the door at the post office. Everyone trying to get their taxes mailed out and postmarked and things. So I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. Super nice that I took tomorrow off as well. So, you know, I have packages going out to like Serbia and the UK and all. So I didn't want to stand in that line. I had to do my own taxes because at that point I hadn't done my taxes yet. And then I had to, you know, go run errands, go to the grocery store and all. So I got all that taken care of today. You know, running a house, running a house with no assistance is a lot of work, but a lot of fun if you let it. So like, I try to be as organized as possible. Like, my whole life, people think that I'm this like type A personality, but in reality, I'm type B that has to work like I have type A. I mean, I would love to just like sleep in and just be in my jammies all day, but that's not the hand I was dealt. So I make do with what I can, you know? This is looking nice so far. Let me see. Okay, so one stitch turned green. Am I gonna frog it back? Yes, I am, because that's just how I am. All right, let's just do a little tighter. I gotta get that tension just right. Once I get it, I'm good. I just have to get a feel for the yarn. Now, I've seen some people work these up and realize that the color breaks don't match. I'm not really sure if that's going to be my case, but I'm just going to run with it and see what happens, you know? So I'm onto the green. I'm making it work, friends, you know? It's not going to be perfect, but it's good for me. It's for the house. That's what I tell everyone. Like when I work projects and they're not like perfect, it's for the house, you know? It's not going anywhere. It's going to be right here. It's for the house. So, but if it's a gift or if it's for a giveaway, if it's a prize, I try to make it as perfect as possible. But my stuff doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not type A personality, you know? Zephyr, let's put you back there. So, yeah, I have complete projects with not one end sewn in, and I love it. It's so good. It's perfect for me. I trimmed the tails down to the knot, you know, with a little bit of leg room in case, you know, for stretch. But apart from that, friends, it doesn't matter to me. I love crochet for what I'm doing right now. You know? Now the finishing touches, do I know how to do them? Absolutely. I just choose to not do them sometimes, and that's okay for me. Who do I have to prove anything to? No one. It's for me. If it's for the house, you know what I mean? So I just have to prove to myself that I'm enjoying it for what it is, and I hope that you guys would feel the same way, you know? You don't have nothing to prove to anybody. Just crochet and enjoy it for what it is, because that's me, 100%. Are we already at the color chains? Cheese and crackers. Wow. Okay, so maybe I need to do just one chain in the corners. Yeah, I'm not liking this. No. Nope. I'll get the formula right for my tension, you know? Yeah, I'm going to try just a chain one in the corners and no chains in between the granny stitches. So I'm at a corner, chain one, go back into the corner and do 3 double crochets. Okay, so there's that. All right, no chain, go into the corner, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, no chain, jump into the corner, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, just chain 1, 3 double crochets in the corner, 1, 2, 3, no chains, go right into the corner, 3 double crochets. Sometimes you have to talk it out, friends, you know what I mean? And then 3 double crochets to finish up that corner. It fit perfectly. Look, perfect. Okay, I did that. Okay, so chain or slip over, go into the corner, chain 3. That counts as 1 double crochet. So 2 more doubles. Whoopsie. Chain 1, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets in the middle there. 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets in the corner. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets in the middle. 1, 2, and 3. That didn't come out right. Okay. 3 double crochets. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming in 1 second. I just need to see if this formula is going to work, because I'm using a 6mm crochet hook and not the size they recommended. And so far it's working up beautifully. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, go back in, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets in the middle. Please hop over. Oh, crud. Wow. It's okay, I'll make it work. Yes, what I'm doing right now is the #1 frustration of everybody doing this granny square with that skein. And I mean, I'll fuss and tussle with it. I mean, it's no big deal. I spoke my piece with this. That particular video had almost 50,000 views. I did a part 1 and a part 2 review of this, and it did pretty well on my channel, you know. I loved that for me. Okay, that'll work. All right, I just went a little tighter on those last few stitches. It's fine. It's fine. It's for the house. It's actually good enough to not be for the house. I'm just saying, like, this stuff doesn't have to be 1000% perfect. The only person that's going to know it's not perfect is me, you know? It's a lot of work to crochet a blanket, or anything for that matter. It's a lot of work. It's not like we wiggle our nose and it just happens, you know what I mean? So I think anyone would be appreciative of a handmade whatever, you know, even if it's not perfect. So can you imagine spending all this time on a project, right, and then giving it to somebody and then they turn their nose to it? Oh. The only person I let that happen to me with, I know I said that wrong, is my mother. I think I would only allow that reaction from, like, my mom. Like, if she turns her nose to my work, okay, fine. She's my mother. She's allowed to do that. But if it's someone else, I'd be like, so what? My work's not good enough for you? Can you do better? Show me. You know? Show me where I went wrong. Teach me. Let me be the student. Some of the best teachers are excellent students, you know? So anyway, you know what I really like about this all-in-one granny? So a lot of people don't care for how rough Red Heart Super Saver is, but I really like it for that reason. Maybe it's because I have calloused hands. I don't know. It doesn't really affect me the way it does most people. I'm okay with it, you know? And then it's so soft when you run it in the washer with fabric softener. It's perfect. So I'm totally okay with it, you know? I will tell you that watching the color come up here, it's it puts me on the edge of my chair. And I don't have enough. Okay, Juan. I need to frog it back. I don't mind, you know? That's why it took me so long to do the 45. Listen, if I didn't have to color control, these 45, I could sit and do them in 2 days. Like after work, after doing a video, before bed, 2 days, I can get that done. The color controlling is ridiculous. Like, it's like, how far do you frog back in order to get the yardage that you need to complete the round? You know what I mean? I mean, I can see where it would be stressful, but listen, friends, I don't let it stress me out. What for? You know? They knew, listen, the people who made this, the technology behind it, they knew there were going to be hundreds, if not thousands of people who go out to buy this and it not work. They knew that. They had to have known that. You know, it's fine. You know, and there's a lot of us out there, you know, we look at it, ooh, look at the colors, you know, and then if it doesn't run the way it should run, okay, oh well, it didn't run the way we wanted it to run. No big deal, it's for the house. It's for the house, friends. It's no big deal. You know what I mean? So, anyway, you know, it really warmed my heart watching videos over the last couple of days from different channels. Friends, I'm watching channels talk about my Whip It with Wands and how it's great company to them, along with like viewers and things. It really warms my heart to know that like you enjoy watching me do this, or you know, you put me on for background noise and things. It gives my work a sense of purpose, you know what I mean, outside of like for myself. I feel like I feel needed, if that makes any sense, you know? Like, and I like that, to just be that person that people can turn on and be like, okay, he's my buddy, we're gonna hang out for about an hour or so, and I can work on my whip and he can just tell me what's on his mind and I can let my mind wander off with his, you know? So I think what I'm gonna do throughout the spring and the summer is just do these Whip It with Juan videos, these little like hangout sessions, and you know, not count them as like any particular like video for the day. Like I'm crocheting all the time, you know what I mean? So if anyone needs like a video to crochet with, they can just go to my file and look for one of the Whip It with Wands and then just tune into that. I think that's a great idea, actually. And then I'll just constantly post Whip It with Wands because I'm always crocheting. Friends, when I tell you, listen, every chance I get, I have a hook in hand with yarn in the other hand. My finger is misshapen. My finger is misshapen, friends, because of how much I crochet. Like, look at see the yarn line? Maybe you can't see it. See the yarn line right there? You go. You see that? The yarn line right there? Like, yeah, I am constantly crocheting. I mean, and I've been doing it for years. I don't think that's the reason why my finger's that way. I don't know. But I like to think that. It helps me get over the fact that it's not perfectly straight. So, it's fine. Anyway, I'm always crocheting and always thinking of ideas and patterns and designs, and I'm always doing math problems, you know, because all this is just math. That's what it is. It's geometry, it's math, you know, stitch multiples, you know, so I'm constantly thinking math equations and what would work with what. And then, of course, after all that, you think, you know, colorways and color stories, themes. And so all those things come into play when you're trying to design something. So I'm not really, you know, experienced like some other people that have been doing it for years and years and years. But, you know, I've been doing it for a little while, but before I started the channel, obviously. But, yeah, I enjoy it. What I don't enjoy is spending time on a project and then finding out, you know what, it's not going to work, Juan. Just stop. Turn the page, Juan. That idea was just a dud. Move on. Okay? I did a bag one time. I just knew it was going to be all the things, right? I'm like, oh, this is going to be it, you know? And this is before the channel, you know? Just for myself. I wanted to make a bag for myself. And what I wanted was... I wanted to create a drawstring type backpack, right, that had the drawstring on both sides, right, so the top and the bottom. But I was going to try and configure it in such a way that like both parts gravity wise had a bottom like this, and then the drawstring would be here in the middle underneath the other bag. And so like when you pulled on the bottom portion, it actually looked like a pouch that hung under the bag. Well, that didn't work. The math just wasn't mathing. It just did not. And plus, I didn't consider what it would actually look like once I put it together. I mean, the idea in my head sounded great. It looked great in my mind. But then once I put it to work, I'm like, Juan, what were you thinking? I can't really tell you what it looked like. It did not look good. I'm like, okay, we're closing the book on this one. We're going to move on. Let's think of something else. So, yeah, I love to get those creative juices flowing. And there's many projects that I've done that just did not flow, you know? That's okay. Please tell me guess what, guys? I'm going to have a whole bunch. Maybe not. I'm not going to have enough. I went too loose. Yeah, this is frustrating me. I wanted to do a rainbow granny, 6 rounds, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, you know, 1 row per color. But then I thought all the ends, all the color changes, I don't know if I want that for me. So I have all the yarn, you know, I'm currently working all those colors in another project. So I have plenty extras to play with, but I don't know if I want to sew in ends for the next 6 months. Are you serious? 1 stitch shy. Crud. All right, let's go to there. Let's see. And I've even gone down to 1 chain for the corners and no chains in between the granny stitches. I don't know, friends. This might be, I'm gonna try it. I'm tightening up the tension just a little bit because I was only 1 stitch shy before hitting that navy blue. If I can get this to work, I think this blanket with this square would look really good together, because that tan taupe errands situation is very bland. I mean, listen, when I first started the project, I wanted it to be that way intentionally because in my living room, I have all like muted colors. Like my sectional is like a coffee brown. My floor is a smoke gray, and like my fireplace is like French country. It's got the white with the brown, and yeah. So I thought having that would just, you know, be good, but I realized I need bits and bobbles of some sort of color, and I thought, you know what, this is good. So hopefully this works, and I'm not here for 40 days and 40 nights putting 1 square together, you know. Please, please, please let me have enough for 3 double crochets. Please, please, please. Crud. 1 stitch still, and I tightened up my tension. Oof. Okay. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Because I have a perfect square up until this point. Look. Everything is perfect up until this point. Actually, I lied. I have 1 stitch right here, but shh, don't tell anyone. It's for the house. But because the dark blue is so dark, you know, it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb. Now, if we look at these squares, see, no, they're perfect. So I'm able to do it. I've done it 45 times. Cheese and crackers. We're pulling it out again, friends. We're pulling it out again. Oh, we're pulling it out. Anyway. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay. Come on, Juan. We have to get this together. Okay, you're better than this. Okay. Anyway, so I think, okay, we have a lot going on for the month of May. Well, the rest of April's pretty much shot with everything I'm doing. But May, we have, you know, the Sophies. But the Sophies, like, I'm going to roll out information about that, but like, it's not going to be one of those things where I have to work it every single day. You know? It's going to be spaced out enough to like not stress people out. You know, you'll have enough time to like work on other things. So I'm excited about that because I have my my spring crochet along. So like every season, I have some sort of crochet along happening. Like that's what I decided for my channel in the wintertime when I did the mystery stitch, the winter stitch, mystery crochet along. I said I want to do something like this every season. So there's 4 a year. It doesn't have to be like this big, huge project, you know? So in the wintertime, I overdid it. I'll be the first one to admit. Like, I ran 2 complete separate projects side by side together. The recording, I mean, I was just, it was very chaotic around here. So I had to do all these videos, all these tutorials to teach stitches, and it was a lot. But I did it. It was a true testament to my dedication to the craft. Anyway, so after that ended, I said in a video that going forward, I'm never going to do 2 side-by-side cows. I'm not going to host 2 side-by-side cows like that. Never. It's just too much work. So I was trying to appease every single person that was tuning into me, because there were some that didn't want to do the blanket and there were some that didn't want to do the squares. So to make everyone happy, I did both. Lesson learned, I'm not able to make everyone happy. So I will do what I want to do going forward. And if you choose to follow, please by all means follow. But if not, that's okay too. There's always next time. See, I didn't think about that. So anyway, for the spring, we're doing a springtime throw. No blanket, it's a throw. And it's going to be a cotton base. And I am doing mine in a 4-weight cotton. Where is it? I'm doing Karen cotton cakes. And it's just a throw. And it's going to have, you know, stitches and things in it. It's going to be simple. Yet it's going to have that look like, wow, that looks interesting. That looks difficult, but it's really easy. Kind of like my popcorn truffle scarf. When you look at that on my channel, when you look at it, it looks all complicated and all the things, but it's so simple to do. And it looks like this advanced level expert made it, you know? So it's all in the popcorn, my friends. Anyway, there's tons of people that don't care for the popcorn, but my friends, I'm telling you, once you master the popcorn, the world is your oyster, you know? Just saying. Anyway, they look good on, you know, scarves and things. But anyway, the springtime throw, like, I thought about naming it like the all the things throw, but I don't want to name it that now. I want to give it like a name. So we'll see. Not sure what it's going to be called, but it's going to be a rectangle or rectangular, you know? It's not going to be like a perfect square. And yeah, so we're literally just going to run stitches together to create a beautiful design using cotton. That's kind of the point, you know, cotton. Now the summertime situation that we're going to be doing is, where is it? Siren's Atlas. So, you know, summertime, it's hot, you know, well, depending on where you live, it's warm. So I was thinking squares. Let's put together squares during the summer because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't want to have this big, huge project all over me all summer long. So, yeah, we'll do that. And then I have, you know, other projects that we can do in between. But, you know, Siren's Atlas is literally like 64 squares, you know, and every square is different. So, yeah. even if you did like 1 square a day, you know, and the squares are like this size, they're not big, you know, so you did 1 square a day, you'll have it done in 2 months, you know, or you can just bust them out whenever you feel like busting them out. It might not even take you that long, you know, but the fun of it is actually, oh, I started a new square. Look, I thought there was another row to this. Juan, what is going on with you, bud? I don't know. Anyway, okay. This is what happens when you babble, friends. You just, let me cut it off right there. Okay. All right. What do we think? Now, let's butt it up against the next one. Let's see. Not that one. Okay. No, not that one either. Oh, come on, Juan. What is going on, bud? Let's see. All right, let's see this one. What are we thinking? Let me do this. So if I alternated these squares all throughout the blanket, it's better than just having an entire blanket like this, right? Sound off in the comments and let me know. Because I'm thinking like doing something along these lines here, right? And then do green, 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 you know, you get it, alternating. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. So we'll see. I don't know, I kind of like how that is. So up close, that's what this is looking like. And you can see like where the color change is happening, but that's fine. At least it's not like dark blue going up against the errand white, you know? So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so I'll start a second square. I might not be able to get through it all because we're already at 42 minutes, but I'm your crochet buddy, so why not? I don't have coffee today, friends. I decided to take a break from it for right now. Not for the entire day. No. I had plenty of cups of coffee, I promise. I just needed a break from it for right now. Maybe later, I'll pull out the coffee and do all the things. I'm not sure. But right now, Diet Coke is where it is. Yeah. So, I really enjoy crochet. I mean, I know it sounds cliche to say that, but I really enjoy just keeping my hands busy. People ask, they're like, Juan, how do you crochet and talk? I'm like, I don't know how I do it. I just do it, you know? The only time that I can't crochet and talk is when I'm actively counting stitches, just because I don't want to miss my number. But if I don't have to count stitches, I'm just going. It's just mindless at this point. So, yeah, I'm totally okay with it. I'm holding on to the tail as I go because I don't like sewing in ends. Well, you guys know that about me already. You guys know that I hate sewing in ends. Here we go. So yeah, all-in-one granny. I did a review on it. I have, I can't remember the name. Cherry or something or another. It's like this goldenrod and, okay, so now I have all this extra. Look at me trying to be conservative with the yarn. So maybe I just need a longer tail. There we go. A little longer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slip into the first chain. Slip to close, and all the things. Okay, chain 3, that counts as a double crochet. Go in, chain 2 to finish your granny cluster. There we go. Now, chain 2, and I'm only chaining 2 because I know there's a lot of yarn here. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, 2 double crochets. Yes, perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Wow. My stars. Okay. So 1, 2, and then go in there. Okay. Chain 3, 2 double crochets. Okay. I think I'm on my way here. Okay. So I have patterns that are currently being worked on, like for Ravelry and things. I didn't realize there were so many steps to that, you know? I thought, you know, you just grabbed a piece of paper, you wrote your recipe on it, you typed it up, and then you just plopped it on the website, and that's all there was to it. But no, friends, there's lots of steps. There's specific things that need to be in place. Your project can't match anything in the database, you know, name-wise and things. There's just a lot to it. I was like, oh, okay. I'm learning. I'm loving this. So, yeah. And so, knowing like what steps that I have to take now in order to like get my stuff on there, yeah, we're good. Can I fit 3 double crochets with that little bit? I think so. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. This is so good. I'm loving this for us. 1, 2, whoopsie, whoopsie. 2 and 3. So there's this wrap that I promised one of the viewers. Her name is Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor, if you're listening or watching. She, way back, like right after I started my channel, she was like, Juan, can you please make me a wrap? Just these are the stitches that I want. I've tried asking other channels to do it, but they're just so busy. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't expect to grow as fast as I did, so I'm a man of my word. Since I told her yes, and regardless of my growth, I'm going to do it. So, and I'm going to name it after her. So, it's going to be the Eleanor wrap. Or something to that effect. She's given me the 3 stitches. It's simple. It's just 3 stitches, and it's going to be a wrap. And, yeah. I told her that I was going to mail her the wrap once I'm done the tutorial and I post the video and all the things. So, yep, she was my first request for something. So, I have to do that for her. But my plate is so full right now. It is so full. And we're just knocking it out one day at a time. And I will tell you, I am so proud of the fact that, like, I am as far as I am on that rescue blanket. Because honestly, 2 weeks ago, I said to myself, there's no way I'm going to get it done. There's no way. Not with everything that I have to do. My day job, taking care of mom, content for the channel. Like, when am I going to find the time to do it? But somehow I dug deep and I found the time. I don't know how I found the time, but I did. Yay for me, for us. Are we changing colors already? Yes, we are. Crud. All right. I'm going to finish up this row, and then, friends, we're going to call it a video, okay? But I'll tell you what, you know, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for telling me how much you enjoy this, you know. and continue to do that. Just continue reassuring me that you're enjoying this, and I'll continue to post these kinds of videos and things just so you have somebody to crochet with, and just listen to me babble and just, I don't know, randomly talk about things that come to my mind as I crochet. If you like this, please give me a like. Let the algorithm know that you like this. And then leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. I don't know what I asked you. I can't remember. But if I asked you anything, feel free to respond. I do read all the comments, believe it or not. So, yeah. And then, of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated with me and my channel. I go live on Sundays. I bring Mom on. Yesterday was a hoot. Today's Monday, by the way. Tax day. So yesterday we had a live, April 14th. And yesterday Mom was in rare form. She was just talking about all the things, wanting to go. She's wanting me to go to the store and buy this and do that. And I'm like, Ma, there's a whole audience in front of us. We can talk about shopping later. And she's like, no, Juan, we're going to do that right this second because I feel like talking about it. I'm like, okay. Forget about anything else. We got to talk about Mom's shopping and, all the things. So anyway, if you enjoy my content, friends, let me know. Just hit the like button, subscribe, do all the things. Okay? So let me just finish this right here. Okay. So, yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun, and I hope it was fun for you just to have someone to sit with and to keep you company and, all those things. And, rest assured, I'll be posting these regularly. I will put them into a playlist. So whenever you need company, my friends, just go to the playlist, click play on the top one, and just let them all run so you have somebody to be with, When I'm in this house and it's just me and Mom, when she's sleeping, I'm alone, And so I know what it feels like to just be alone and want to have company, someone to shoot the breeze with, Even though we can't hear each other, just know I'm there in spirit. So, yeah, so that is it for this video, my friends. And until the next one, take care. Have a great one. Bye-bye.